Remember when I said I would kill you last? I lied. I lied, Dylan. I lied. Free up!
Pada! What is happening, good people? Happy Friday to you. I hope you're all doing fantastic. I got to clear a little bit of dill pickle out of my teeth. I was just on a wonderful stream with my friend Wise Guys. I believe he's in the chat. Good talk with him. He had a pickle contest and showed me all the pickles. And of course, I got triggered. I had to go upstairs, have a little bit of that zesty Clausen myself. Now I'm down here. Very excited about my guest today. We're going to be talking about some really cool stuff. Also, I want to show some this amazing trailer that someone had made. I don't know. We're not going to call it a trailer. It's called a reminder film. Remind you about Black Flag. I hope you guys are doing good. I feel great. Yesterday was recovery day. I stayed up very late on Wednesday night. We were closing out Black Flag Pineapple Perception, which had done more than 3 times better than I had even had my wildest dreams. I got about 3 hours of sleep yesterday, had something to eat, thrashed my stomach. I don't know what happened, but I was running on fumes. Last night I got a good night's sleep, and today I feel awesome. My wife made a lovely victory dinner. We had a little bit of halibut, a little bit of steak, a little bit of lobster. Nothing crazy. My wife is a great cook, but we had a good one. And then I got to go on Wise Guys stream. But enough about that. Enough about that. I hope you guys are doing well. Of course, I want to say hello to our wonderful chat, a.k.a. the dudes chilling in the boombox. First here, dropping the boom is Berserk Guts. How are you, my friend? Of course, we got VIP with the pineapples. I'm perceiving those. Wise Guys is in the house. Just came from his awesome show. You guys got to check out his channel. We've got Kima Amkin. Hello, man. Or miss. I don't know. I'm sorry if I got it wrong. How are you? How are you? How are you? Star Tiger with the ass titty. That's right. Hail Comic Skate. Ass titty. People are telling me they want a t-shirt. I think AAT is enough. Because ass titty, I don't know if you could rock that in the public. You could be bold, but I think AAT, anybody that knows, and we can do the old nod and wink. So if you guys are thinking you might want to get a shirt like that, let me know in the chat. What up, Jiff? Linkovich, my man. Ayo. Keaton Smith, how are you, my artistic friend? Good to see you. Alfred Ortiz, a familiar face. How are you, man? Dropping them pineapples in the house. Mr. John Joseph Ball, you talented mother frick. Yeah, Lord Christopher John, my man right there. Just talked about you on the last stream, about your awesome piece that's showing up in Black Flag 0.5. Eric Vader, how are you, sir? Rick Saylor's in the house. Michael Clan, Leg Kick, my man Leg Kick. How are you, man? Thank you for sending me that amazing Mike Zach piece today. Pedro Caicedo. I always wonder if I say that shit right. I told you my Spanish is wrong. We got Rooster Puncher in the house as well, my friend Spencer. Go get Voidwalker, of course, and Hellseekers to be coming out. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys did check this out. I have to say I really enjoyed drawing one of your core characters in Drawn and Quartered. Right on, man. What character was that? I didn't know you guys did that. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Limitless said, I'm going to get you some Japanese plum wine. I'm down for that, man. I don't know. You got to come to Atlanta, or we got to have a little talk. Because I know my homie Scantron, he actually works out in California, and he is I don't know if you call him a brewmaster. There are all these technical terms, and I don't want to get them wrong, because brewing is a serious business. I've had a chance to take a look at breweries, and it is a mad science laboratory of awesomeness. It's balanced between hops and fermentation and malts and types of water and shit I don't even know about. My buddy Brian knows a lot about it. Anyway, he works at a brewery and also knows a lot of guys that work in the business, and had sent me some sake. And we had to sign for it. So it's not, I don't think it's something that could happen at a PO box. So we're going to have to figure that one out. Long story short on that one. Yeah, man. Johnny Rando already says Lucent looks like an amazing book. I love it. I think it's an amazing book and an amazing concept. So why not just cut to the chase and introduce Mr. Michael Bancroft? I'm really excited to talk to him. 3, 2, 1, we're dropping in. Mr. Bancroft.
Dan, how you going?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Good. It's good to finally come onto the what was said earlier, the Liberace of Easter bunnies, the rhinestone bunny.
Give me a little candelabra and a keyboard and get me going. We got Phil is in the house. Zabe Comics is in the house.
You have an amazingly talented chat there.
Oh hell yeah! Ain't nothing but talent up in here. Jack Ash is in there. A lot of really good people. We got talent here on the screen, man. You're badass.
Thank you.
I love your book. I love the look of the book. We're going to take a look at it. I remember discussing something with you, and I want to talk about that a little bit more on this stream. I feel like we can do 2 birds with 1 stone regarding that. You were talking about the ability for lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
So tell me more, because dude, dreams have been very important to me since I can remember. And one of the very first dreams that I had that hit me hard, I was about maybe 7 years old, and it was the first dream that I could fly in. Mm-hmm. And by the time I was 7, Superman had already come out. And flying in my dreams was nothing like Superman. It was more of a weightlessness, and sort of almost like you would be in the deep end of a pool. Like I'd have to run and bound off a wall to sort of get myself to get up. And I was never like a fly 100
random
feet in the
floating.
Air guy. Yeah, more of a floating, sort of pushing off of objects.
Kind of like doggy paddling.
Yes.
And then if you get too high and you get scared, you can fall. Yeah. And then you and then hit the ground and wake up.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't do that. I would let myself fall, and then I would push just enough to kind of recover myself out. Yeah. So you have dreams like that.
I had. Yeah, it all started for me when I was a kid as well. I would have a recurring nightmare, and then I found myself doing the same thing over and over again. I think that's pretty common. A lot of people have that. And then one day I just thought, hang on, I remember this place. I hate this. This is scary. Yeah. So I just didn't do that thing that you always do. And at that moment I realized, holy shit, this is a dream. I can do whatever I want in here. So yeah, you start to try cool things. The first thing I tried was flying, and it was probably the thing that I did the most of.
Wow.
And ever since I was a kid, I would, have moments where I know that I'm dreaming. You're lucid.
Is there a method to getting into that state? Like, can you?
There are lots of. I just was lucky that it just kind of came naturally to me. Like when weird stuff would start happening, I'd go, okay, so this is a dream.
Yeah.
But there are techniques. A lot of people, they're like, every like a couple of times a day, they'll just sort of think of something that's really common, like a light switch, or a doorknob, and they'll think, I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
So that, because these are things you might find a lot in your dream as well. So that when you find that in your dream, you say, I'm dreaming, and then you actually realize you're dreaming in the dream.
So I need to work on that aspect of things, because one of the things that happens to me is I'll have a reoccurring geography. Like I grew up in a town in Northern California called Martinez, and the geography is like a bastardized, like it doesn't even resemble where I grew up, but it's this post-apocalyptic version of this place. And in my mind, I feel like it's my hometown. That's my grandfather's house. It looks nothing like my grandfather's house, but feels like my grandfather's house. And if I had to draw it for you now, I totally could, but it looks nothing like my grandfather's house. And in dreams, I've been to that place probably 30 times in 30 different nights over 10 years, you know? I wonder about that. Like, I wish there was like a jukebox where I can go, I want to go here tonight. You know what I'm saying?
People have said they can do that. Like they sort of, you know, before they go to bed, they really visualize a place and then they just keep visualizing it. And it's really, you know, it's strange. Oh, thanks, Anna. That's amazing. Thanks so much.
We love your art, Anna. You're amazing too.
Yes, of course. And yeah, so they visualize it, and then eventually they go to sleep and they're there. I've never been able to do that. But yeah, going back to the flying thing, if you can get yourself lucid enough in your dreams, you can, just like Neo in the Matrix, how he, you know, when he first started, he didn't understand, you know, when Morpheus says, is that you think that's air you're breathing?
Right.
You know, do your muscles have any, you know, impact on what you can do in this place?
Right.
You start to really understand what that means. And yeah, when I was really heavy into lucid dreaming, actually the Matrix was out.
Really?
And yeah, I was like, you said Superman, I was like, I want to be like Neo.
Yeah.
You know, I was you know, doing the same kind of flying, and I got to it. I got to the point where I could fly through a city, like, you know, super high speeds and everything, go wherever I want, do the big land and everything. It was a lot of fun. I was having a lot of fun in my dreams during that period.
Incredible. Now tell me how this ability inspired you, or if it inspired you to create your own book and bring
it absolutely did. It absolutely did. When it's hard to explain to someone who hasn't had really intense lucid dreams. And as well, I've gone further than most people. I did a thing called wake induced lucid dreaming, which is like a kind of meditation.
Yeah.
It's where you start from when you're awake, you slowly put your body to sleep, and your brain, your mind, stays awake the whole time.
There's some people that call that astral projection, right?
Yeah. You know, people will say you're actually astrally projecting around, but I mean, it's not true, because sometimes you do it, you fall, you know, your body falls asleep, you're in a dream state, you're fully conscious the whole time, you kind of lift yourself up out of your body. That's the astral projection thing of it. But then you go outside your bedroom door and you're in a whole nother room or something, and you're like, so it's not really like, you can't just really like fly around and see what other people are saying. I've never had that experience. Yeah, people are saying it's like crazy drugs. It is like drug-free hallucinating. You can fully hallucinate, but the point is, when you do that, it is so real, the experience. It is like virtual reality perfection.
Oh man.
And you know, and you've got,
we need to,
it is crazy. And as well, you can get better at it.
Have you written down how to do this? Because like,
there's whole communities on YouTube now. I didn't have this back in the day, but there's whole YouTube communities of people who do this and talk about it, and they have like live streams like this. It's like the lucid dreaming section of YouTube.
See, I'm such a weird dude, where I guess it's because I'm a Gemini, but like part of me is super introverted. Like when I go into my turtle shell, I go in, and like if I have notes and books, I will like just absorb. That's how I obtain knowledge. And then when I feel confident enough, I go out into the world. So that community sounds awesome, but it almost scares the shit out of me. You know what I mean?
It's pretty weird, because there are people in that who are thinking, you know, like astral projection and all sorts of weird stuff. Look, yeah, there's documentation, and I learned about it through the old school internet back in the late 90s, early 2000s. That's how I kind of learned about it.
Old school internet. My dad was doing bulletin board systems in the early 80s. So I think of like
my first introduction to the internet was in the late 80s. But I mean, like back when, I'm talking today's kids, they wouldn't know. You know, websites used to just be weird GIFs and repeated pattern backgrounds, and I'd be reading about this stuff on those websites, thinking, "Is this going to work?" And it really freaked me out to learn. Yeah, it does work. You can do it.
Dial up.
So,
man.
yeah, I was just like doing this and realizing, shit, I'm getting better at this. I can fly better. I can fight better. You know, I like find people to go fight in my dreams, and I'm like fighting like Neo and just doing weird stuff. You know, like putting your hand through mirrors and stuff, all that kind of crazy stuff.
Man, I want to do that so bad. Honestly, like I meditate. I don't meditate as much as I want to. I use an app called Headspace, and a lot of what I do when I'm drawing, like if anybody follows my Instagram and can see that I draw without outlines and things, I'm sort of going into a place where I'm creating something that doesn't exist. So I know how to do that while my eyes are open, but the ability to like close my eyes, because what you're talking about, I usually end up falling asleep, but not like falling asleep and kind of leaving the whole idea.
Yeah,
to, you know,
that
like
happens a lot.
Nap time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I go bye. I was on a stream with Replicator and Clayton Barton. I don't know if you know those guys.
I do know them well.
Oh yeah, those sons of bitches. I love
Aussies.
them. Yeah, I love those guys. My brother was born in Australia,
there
so
you go.
I'm related. But we were talking about the supernatural, and they were saying, you know, that maybe perhaps when people are astral planing, a lot of people are describing entities. And people that have never met before describing entities that are described similarly. What do you think of that?
Yeah, look, I don't know, I'm a pretty skeptical guy, but I don't have a closed mind. I have had an experience like that in a dream. It wasn't a lucid dream. It was just a dream that I had that really was very scary. I found myself at a house, and it really had an impact on me. And then years later, I was riding my bike in a new neighborhood that I'd moved to, and I stopped dead on the bike, and like just the worst shivers came up my spine because I'm standing right there in front of that house from my dream. I'd never been in this neighborhood before, and the whole dream just like came right back into me, and I got terrified like I did back in that dream, and I was like, oh my god, this is that house. And in the dream, there was a witch in there and everything. And it was a really spooky feeling. So, I mean, there's things that I can't explain. I have another cool unexplained story if you want to hear that as well.
Of course I do, man. I mean, obviously we want to talk about your book, but this is like, for me, I'm like, yo, man, it's a time to hang out with other adults. That's a good plus. And it's a fantastic topic. So carry on, my brother.
Get this one. I told this story in Wanger's stream because they were talking ghost stories.
Yeah.
I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet, and I step outside my bedroom, and as I walk by, you can see through all the way to the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I see a light, and I just freeze. I'm like, holy shit, we're being burgled. You know, there's a guy there with a flashlight. And so I just stop dead. I'm not a hero or anything. I'm just like frozen still. And then in that state, I notice, nothing else is being illuminated. It's just a light. And it's not like moving around as if someone's doing this. It's just a light.
Yeah.
Still. So I'm like, so then all of a sudden, now my heart is really pumping. And, you know, I'm standing there in my boxer shorts, just like, holy shit, what the hell is this? And the light is moving towards me.
Oh.
Yeah. And now I'm like, okay, now I'm really terrified. And I was just like, all I could hear was my the blood in my ears. Boom, 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 like that. And my heart's just going crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm just standing there, just stuck. And this light comes all the way from the kitchen. It's probably, I don't know, about 30 feet or something. And it just comes, a ball of light.
A ball of light, like a sphere.
A sphere. Okay. It didn't have any form or anything, just a circle of light. And it was like a white blue light. And it lit up the place in a sort of way, but it was mostly just a light. And it went right beside me and into the wall. And that's it. And I stood there for, I think, about an hour digesting that.
And this is not a dream. This is while you were
this was
awake.
not a dream. I was wide awake. And trust me, afterwards, I couldn't get back to sleep after it.
Did you have any sort of altering
I don't take any drugs. I've never taken any drugs. This was just a random thing. Got up, and then that happened, and I was literally standing there for about an hour, just memorizing what I just seen and just trying to deal with what the hell was that. Like, that is something that I could never explain. People have said ball lightning. I don't know. Other people say that's not what like ball lightning is like. I don't know. It was just this thing that happened.
That's nuts, man. Maybe what if it was, and this will be crazy shit. What if it was either somebody from the past or from the future having a dream and you were their dream?
I don't think I could cope with that.
Obviously, I've smoked weed before. That is one of those weed thoughts. But yeah, man, there are all kinds of things, man. I'm a big fan of quantum physics. I'm a big fan of the power of belief, the universal law of attraction, all of those things I'm a big fan of. But I also think about weird shit like, when we talk about physics on a quantum level and all possibilities existing at the same time, and within those possibilities means that they're not all at the same time. And the fact that we have dreams and these places seem so real, and the fact that someone like you and hopefully someone like me one day can go in there and kind of move around it as if it was another place is very exciting. It's not something. I think it's something that comes from the human experience, not just like for me. I saw Superman. You saw The Matrix. My son, he's 6 years old. One day he said to me, Dad, how do you know that when you're asleep and you're dreaming, that's not reality, and when you're awake, that's the dream? This came out of a 6-year-old. So you could just go, first off, I was like, yo, did you get into daddy's stash? But no, but it was like one of those questions. You're like, wow, even a 6-year-old, if their lights are on, they're wondering. I mean, Berserk Guts says we are in a simulation. What time is it over there for you? It's
11:30, 11:27
in the morning.
Yeah,
you're in Saturday right now. It is the 27th.
Yeah, I'm in the future.
That's so exciting, man.
You're talking to someone in the future.
I know that. You know what's is crazy is I'm sure that every stream, every time anybody from Australia is talking to somebody from the States, there's a mention of that. It's like it's trope, but it's true. It's like one of those things where you think about it.
I find that every time I get on a stream with someone, we inevitably end up talking about spiders and snakes. And Steve Irwin.
Oh, that's funny, man. Yeah, no, I know that's some crazy stuff. I mean, when I was a kid, in '87, I was a big fan of this movie called The Gods Must Be Crazy. Did you ever see that one?
Oh yeah, seen it plenty of times.
Yeah, The Gods Must Be Crazy was one. My brother, of course, like I said, was born there. And I've worked on a few projects where there was discussion of the spiders and snakes. So yeah, that's I'm sure that's the one. I want to take a look at your campaign. I got to share my screen. I should have set it up earlier, but I was busy eating a pickle. So here we go. The Lucent Waking Dream graphic novel. When dreams and reality collide, a young woman is thrust into the middle of an ancient conflict. I really love your trailer. I'm really stoked to show it. Says you got 3 days left. I don't know how this converts out to Aussie bucks, but almost
it's 20 like 30 something thousand, which is just, you have no idea how much that's blowing my mind.
I think that's amazing, dude. Well, your book looks incredible. The concept's incredible. I want to get you to 23,000, and I'll tell you why. 23 is my favorite number of all time. You have 3 days. Well, I'll tell you a spooky story, but I'll tell you that one after we watch your awesome trailer. So let's take a look.
When dreams and reality collide, a life is turned upside down. Thrust into a conflict where ancient shadows fight secret wars. For control of the future. Her allies hide in plain sight. But so do her enemies.
Okay, well, dude, that's just nuts. First off, now you're what they call the one-stop shop. Yeah, you write, pencil, ink, color.
I make trailers too.
And make trailers. Did you also?
Oh, but that one, hey, that one was the Ascension Cinema remix.
Was it really?
He did the Ascension Cinema guy did the he kind of jigged with the audio there.
Yeah,
made it cool.
Well, it sounds good. We're gonna show before the end of the stream. He made a really cool Black Flag thing today. He said he didn't want to call it a trailer because it uses all the old stuff. But we're gonna give it a watch. But one thing, dude, I just want to give you mad kudos. I'm a fan of magic, right? I like sleight of hand magic. I'm a big fan of street magic. You know, mentalist, big illusions. I know how a lot of tricks are done. Okay, and because I know how a lot of tricks are done, when I watch a magic show or when I look at stuff, I'm always kind of going, how good are they at what this is? Because I know how they're doing it, but how good are they at what they're doing? You, sir, are very fucking good at what you do.
Oh, thank you.
I know what it took to make that rain look like it did in that down shot. I know what it took to do that, and that's a lot of layering. That's a lot of layer behaviors and doing different things with the line art. This trailer, I know what, at least in After Effects, I know what it takes to do that. The buildings, every single way I know how to skin doing the building cat. You did it and did it well. I'm very impressed by just your craftsmanship, and obviously, I think the campaign looks awesome. Let's go through it a bit. The Waking Dream, the first book in the Lucent series, is a 76-page. Man, you're going all in. Full color trade paperback made up of 56-page story plus 14 pages of bonus material. Every backer also receives an 8¼ by 11 A4 full color glossy print. The Lucent is an ongoing fantasy series set in a world not too dissimilar from our own, but where nothing is what it seems. It's a place where ancient shadow societies hiding in plain sight train a select few to tap into mysterious abilities to fight secret wars of control of the future. Dude, that's right up my alley. That's seriously. So you've got this really great featured here. You got the signed book and a head sketch, which is great. 69 US, 100 Australian dollar.
I got that one right here.
Let me check that out. Let me make you all big.
So it's on its own piece, you know.
Yeah.
So there it is. There.
That's wise.
So I've got it. Yeah. I'm this is my first comic. Like I wanted to just kind of do things the way I know how to do them.
Yeah.
And as well, it's on a really nice, like proper, watercolor card, thick card. You can put up on your wall if you want.
The thing, I'm doing the same thing with my head sketches, right? And the reason I'm doing that is because I know there's going to be a window between when I finish the book and when it fulfills, because it's
exactly
going to
right.
printer, right? So I know, like, I looked at Ethan's first campaign. Ethan's a good friend of mine, but he had to wait until the books came to him for him to do the head sketches. Well, all of a sudden now, to fulfill, you got to suddenly take all that draw time, which then takes a while to get to your customer. So the separate piece of paper means in that gap, you're doing head sketches. So by the time your books arrive, you can pop them in there.
Exactly. And yeah, like that, I mean, that's a lot of downtime from the time you get your files all printed, because it's not just send it off to print and away you go. There's processes there you got to check to make sure everything's, and that could add weeks to it. Who knows?
That's correct. That's absolutely right. We got a sign book for 26 US. We've got the sign book plus sketch card for 50 or 38 US. That's a great deal. You're doing this UV spot. This blew me away too. I remember being on your show and taking a look at this. I love that, man. There's again, when I talk about you and your work, you're one of those guys who is operating on all cylinders, and maybe you know it, maybe you don't. I think you're one of those guys that probably knows it, because there's branding happening here, right? Like your this UV spot very much reflects the feeling and look of your trailer. So there's a familiarity to it. So when you get this book, it's very much in alignment with the way you're selling your book, which is incredible. I love that. You know, I see a lot of guys, and not knocking anybody. I think you're kind of Babe Ruth in it. Like, there's a lot of people that play baseball, but you're grand slamming it.
Thanks,
and no problem, man. I just think people need to get a hold of this book, because they're gonna wish they did had they not. Signed book and fold out poster, 42 US. That's the 42 Secret of the Universe. We got signed book, poster, and head sketch. $79, man. That's a pretty incredible deal right there. Signed book sketches, which was the card and the head sketch, and the other deal for 89 US. Signed book and art page, man. This is the kind of stuff I always tell people they really need to jump on. It looks like you sold out of this one because it was the cover.
That's the cover.
Yeah, you have 5 more of these left.
There it is, right there.
Good that you drew this stuff on the board, because these are artifacts of history. This is Comicsgate. This is a new movement, relatively new movement in comics and entertainment. I don't want to just say comics, because we're creating experiences and concepts. People need to get on board with this stuff now, and getting on board with the original art is not only cool, because you can go, look what I got. It's also an incredible investment. You know, imagine having a page from Fantastic Four #1. Imagine having a page from the first appearance of Spider-Man, or the first appearance of Thor or Captain America. I'm going on Marvel. Obviously, I'm a Marvel zombie. But imagine having that stuff. Yeah, and being part of that day one. Here we go again, man. Look at this rain. I know. I just know what it takes to get this to happen the way you have it, even as much as the handling of the wetness on this guy's eye, knocking out bits of line art, creating. Did you do the rain in a separate layer, or are you just selecting? I mean, I don't want to give people tricks, but separate layer stuff.
Separate layer. Yeah, because I like to play around with, and sometimes it's a couple of separate layers, because you can have like one set to lighten or something, one set to overlay, or whatever it is that's working best with that light setting, and then you can adjust the percentages and get it just exactly how you want it.
Yeah, this stuff's super cinematic too. It obviously,
that's totally what I was going for.
Yeah, it's in its own world, but I mean, like, if I was to, is that blowing up on your side? Okay, because I only have this open. Secondhand books. I look at this. This looks like a still out of a movie, man.
This is actually, that bookstore is actually a real place here in Melbourne that I would go to as a kid, because I was the only one who knew about it, that they had so many comics there.
Yeah.
And it was like every day it was like going through, a garage sale, a yard sale.
Yeah,
and I would just like go through books. So it's just a kind of a place that's like, it's closed now. So I thought I gotta immortalize it in my comic.
Yeah, And look at this, dude. Holy shit. Who's
this guy's
guy?
fun to draw. He's called Isham.
Yeah.
And there's 3 timelines that go through this book that kind of run parallel to each other and different, some of them are ancient. This guy's set, he's showing up around a couple of thousand years ago. And he's this kind of herald character who is super mysterious. He doesn't say anything about who he is or what he's about. He just comes and does what he does. He's a shape-shifting volcano lava man.
He's incredible. So you are going to be fulfilling in, it says April.
Well, I've just put the full year because at the time when I put this campaign up, it was like peak COVID.
Yeah.
So I just didn't really know what was going on. The book is mostly done.
Yeah.
I need to fix a lot of the colors. The colors, like the thing that people have really responded to a lot is the colors. Yeah. And that's the result of me spending about 8 months last year just learning how to actually properly color comics. There you go. You can see it there.
Nope. Didn't want to miss it. Hold on a second. This stuff. Or down below. This. Oh, yeah. That's a great chart, man.
Yeah, so you can see that when I say there's 24 completed pages, all those pages are done. The line art is mostly done. There's only a few tiny little things to fix. The colors, the colors might be a couple of hours off. It might be, 10 hours off, whatever it is, each page.
Yeah.
But it's all there. It just needs to, I'm not going to say the page is completed until it's, the colors exactly how I want them to be, and it's all lettered and everything. But that's all. There's no blank pages or anything like that. So
right.
Once the campaign is finished, I'll be in full power mode to get this book out as quick as possible.
That's rad. I know I'm being all quiet right now, but you'll know why in a second. I've been talking about this book, and I've been a fan of this book, but I just had to check my contributions to see if I had gone in on this book, but I hadn't yet. So that's what I'm doing right now. I am now according to this, I am now backer number 508.
Thank you so much.
I'm on, and as I always do,
Fragaboom.
I'm sharing this on Twitter, so the world knows. I'm very stoked about this book, dude. I can't wait. Can't wait to get it. Now, tell me, are any of these locations from your dreams, other than the secondhand bookstore?
Yes, they are. So, and characters as well. The main character Ella. I mean, obviously, it's all gone through a big process of writing and everything, but inspired by people that I've met in the dreams. So I met originally. I had Ella on a train. That was the first time I met this. This woman with striking red hair.
Yeah,
and it was in a lucid dream, and it was very, unusual and intense, and it stuck in my brain, and that's how this whole story started. All this stuff we were talking about earlier, it stuck in my brain for years and years and years, and I was trying to write a story about it, and it wasn't working. I was just writing stories. I was just tapping away, and I wasn't thinking of making a comic or anything. Even though I'm a comic book guy way back, I'd never made a comic before, so I didn't know if I could. But eventually the story wasn't going anywhere. I couldn't figure out to work, and then I picked up a graphic novel, and I opened it up, and I was just, wow, this is my story. It needs to be like this. It's a comic.
Yeah.
Then I can tell so much story with the art, and yeah, so that's how that all came about. So yeah, there are certain locations from dreams, but also from places that I've visited, London, Paris. There's a place. My in-laws are French, and there's a place there in their village where there's a castle that's built into a cliff. So there's actually, you're just in a castle, like a proper palace type thing, and then all of a sudden you're in a cave, and it goes from normal bricks, and then you're in a cave.
Did you see the Batmobile there?
It's a lot like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that sort of stuff has inspired me as well. I love drawing. You could probably tell I love drawing really cool architecture, buildings, just cool places, because that just adds so much
You're good at it,
depth
man.
to the story. Oh, thank you.
Really, really good at it. Yeah, I love Europe. I always say if I was ever retired, be up in a place called Reggio Emilia, Italy. And I spent about 4 months in Paris. I didn't get too crazy. I didn't get to go into castles. I did get to see some of the countryside, a place called Fontainebleau. I saw a church there. I remember my buddy Louis, it was his parents' cottage, and it was built next door to a church that was built in the 900s, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, like, it's crazy to me that this thing is like so much older than America, you know? It's like 600 years older than America. That blows my mind, you know?
Yeah, I mean, in Paris and Italy, obviously, you know, you can be. I remember sitting at Florence having an ice cream, and just looking up and saying, "Oh, that gate has been there for 2,000 years." That wall with that big gate.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that sort of stuff. The history there's a huge part of history in my story as well. It's kind of really woven into it, because I was thinking, you know, like, what if people have had these powers, these crazy powers that are linked to their dreams and everything since the beginning of civilization? What would that look like?
Yeah.
Who, you know, how would they use that to, you know, gain influence and power and over the centuries and over the millennia? And so, like, I've woven that into the book.
That makes me think about this concept, and let me know if this is something you've already touched on. But what if people found out that, like, because we die because we're in mortal meat, right? Like, I'm in a meat case right now. But if I was able to leave this thing and prolong being able to stay outside of this, can you achieve immortality?
Yes, I have already integrated that into the story. Absolutely. Yeah. Because, I mean, these are the sort of things. Hello.
He says hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Excellent.
I have a 2.5-year-old boy and a 8-year-old daughter.
Awesome.
They come on my streams too sometimes to say hello.
Yeah.
Although I can't let one on and not the other on.
Oh, well, the other one's been bed. Our 9-year-old has been feisty is the best word I could use. So mom has implemented the 9 p.m. bedtime. Yep. This one here, he's a saint, so he goes to bed when he wants to. He's only 6. This is the one that said, "Hey, Harrison, what was the question you asked me about dreams at one time? Where you said, are we in a dream, or is reality a dream, or is dream reality? Is that what you said?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. Do we live in a dream? Yeah, that's yeah. I wonder, and what if this is the other thing too? What if when we're asleep, we're like a rental car, right? When we're asleep, they borrow us.
Well, what I would like to think about is, were this a thing where, you could prolong your life through certain means, and then eventually, when your meat bag, as we say it, your meat popsicle retires, you can go somewhere and live in like a heaven. Imagine if people had set themselves up as gatekeepers of that place. The kind of power that they could gather over time.
That'd be fucked up, man.
So yeah, I like to think about that sort of stuff, and you know, like what sort of institutions could be built around that. So there's a lot. There's getting into the whole hidden secret society side of my story.
I dig it, man. You know, out there in Australia, did you ever get a show called The Greatest American Hero?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have this concept that I have called the book, right? And this is eventually something I'll do down the line. And I actually believe in this. This is like one of those things that I think about so much that I believe this must be the intention. It is, what if those gatekeepers you're talking about are here right now, and they hit us with technology, they hit us with food, they hit us with drugs, they hit us with psychology, and an inundation of psychosis that makes us believe that we're mortal. Okay, that we actually are fucking mortal, and that we have no power and all this stuff. And we've spent so much time believing that we are who we are. But what if a book was discovered that was actually kind of like the book in Greatest American Hero, where it teaches him how to fly, and you know how he doesn't have the book, so he's a fuck up. What if we're like that? We're all fuck ups because that book was found by somebody who said they must not have it, and if I control this information, I can control everyone, right? What if that book was achieved, right? And you could read this book and find out, no, like the power of belief and the power of the law of attraction and all these things are actually legit, but we've through years of time, we've been basically suppressed to believe it's not real. So when I hear what you're talking about, I almost feel like it's a totally different, but totally similar in the someone trying to control something that was sort of utopian before they said, no, I must control this.
That's the Lucent, baby.
That's fucking incredible.
What you're just talking about is, the kind of the foundation of the story. So this especially this first book, you follow Ella. She's just a normal person living a somewhat normal life. She has no idea about all this stuff in the background. None of us do. And she's about to get thrown into this world. She's about to meet the people who are controlling. It's not a book in my story. Yeah. But you are kind of holding they've got the keys to the kingdom, so to speak. And they have, they've, for whatever their reasons are, they have kept it hidden. And it used to be ubiquitous. It used to be everywhere. I think we can all kind of understand that naturally, just the way that humans are. Like when you go back in time, all the stories become a lot more fantastical. Yeah. There were a lot more miraculous stuff happening back in the past, according to all our myths and legends. Gradually over time, that's all gone away. In the Lucent, there's a reason for that. The certain people pulling the strings, controlling all the secrets, have gradually kept all of that hidden away. Sort of for themselves, but also as a means of control. And there's all sorts of stuff going on, factions and stuff. But this is all in my series. This is all kind of happening later on down in the series. Like, the way I like to do it is I do like the storytelling, like movie thing, like with Luke Skywalker or Neo in the Matrix. You see it through their eyes. So at the start, as much as they know, which is nothing. And then gradually, as the story goes on, they're introduced more to all this world. But I love that idea of the book, and there are real parallels to what's going on there. Johnny Rando says Bancroft beat you to it, Frega.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying by they're different. Like Michael Jackson dances and James Brown dances, but that's completely different, right?
End up with the different thing. It's like the skits guys. They've got a lucid dream story. I've got a story that deals with that stuff as well. Yeah, they're completely different.
Yeah, they're completely.
I mean, everyone does too. The Matrix, Inception.
Yeah. But I think after this stream, you and I are going to work on something together. That's what I think.
That's awesome. Well, you know what I've already got? You've got the bunny ears. Look at me.
What you got?
Kangaroo ears.
Shit, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It's just for you.
Spirits Car, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Have either of you guys read The Art of Dreaming by Carlos Castaneda? I've not. I've never heard of it.
Sounds familiar. I'm actually may have, but I was like doing all this stuff years and years ago before I had kids. I can't really, for me to be really into the lucid dreaming stuff, I have to kind of be staying up till 3 and 4 o'clock and then sleeping in till 11, and that's not really a possibility.
Kids don't allow that, man. No, I have 4 of them, so I totally know what you're saying. That is 100%. I get that, And then, of course, what do you call it? The Crackhead Jeremy had said something about DMT. I'm down, man. I don't know anybody that has any, but I'm down. There's a good one. Lufty says, what if we are our own gatekeepers? When we are kids, we naturally believe beyond reality, but grown-ups slowly teach limitation, masses facts, own mind basically blown. Yeah, man, that's it. And let's see here from Rebel Commando. Frag of the words you were looking for to call Michael Bancroft's campaign is pedigree of commercial professionalism. I was on the 4th backer of the original art pages. He's a grand monde.
Thank you.
Yeah, amen, brother. No kidding.
Thank you so much.
No freaking kidding. And Young's Red Book and Aeon too. Yeah, man, this is something I want to get into. I just need to get the audiobook version of that shit because that's what I do. But when I'm working,
I'm sure it's out there now.
I'm the audiobook man. When I'm not, like, if I'm writing, I read a lot. If I'm drawing, I audiobook a lot. Let's take a look at your campaign again, real quick. Add to stream. Boom, Lucent. I'm going to refresh. Last we looked, we were at 22,734 at 453 backers. Let's take a look at what we're doing now. Look at that.
Oh, yeah,
we went up.
Thank you. Wow, getting close to 23. Thank you so much.
We gotta do the 23, man. That's $106 away.
Fragaboom bump.
That's gotta happen. Like, absolutely has to happen. 23. This thing has been nuts. Look at that. The replicator. We said his name. It took a while because I'm in the past, so it had to travel up and over the globe. But there he is. What's happening, Big Rob?
And at 25 as well, I'm unlocking another stretch goal, which is another print.
Awesome.
So it'll be another A4 color print.
You know,
all new art too.
One of the things that I think about a lot, because I grew up growing to church. I consider myself a Christian. Not one of those guys like, you'll burn in hell if you did. I'm not one of those guys. Like, I just believe in spirituality. I believe in the 10 Commandments and following them, being a good person, all that stuff. But every now and then, when I start getting into my comic brain, or like the kind of stuff you and I are discussing right now, I wonder about, like, if Jesus, like, let's say that God, let's take God out of the picture, the whole God, like this sort of thing, but let's call him an alien, right? Or let's call him some crazy being that we can't fathom, right?
Yep.
And let's say we did have that book, we fucked it all up, and they tried to somehow, the only way they could remind us is to install one of us that was the perfect version, right? That could walk on water, that could heal people, that could be killed and ascend. And then I go, fuck, man, the Bible is crazy, like pretty fucking awesome work of sci-fi. Like, I'd take the fi out, but like I think about that sometimes. Like, it just if you look at it at that angle, like, it blows my mind. And you get guys like Luke Skywalker and Neo and other characters that are like that. Replicator says, congrats, boys, great job, both of you. Dude, you guys are kicking ass, my man. I love those guys. I love their show too.
Yeah, they had their red show. Clayton is really nice as well too. They're both really nice guys. They've been lots of help for me.
Clayton's okay.
But then, going back to what you're saying, I mean, it goes back even further than Jesus. It goes back to the beginning of storytelling itself. We've been the stories that have connected with us as people have been, surround these people that do things that seem a lot greater than what we can do in our own lives, whatever that may be.
That's right.
And it's continuing all the way up to today. We still drawn to stories about people who can do incredible things. So
yeah, Michael, he says I was talking about him, and you know what? The wonderful thing, Replicator Rob, is you're an admin now. You are now a moderator of this channel. You have a wrench, so please feel free to throw your campaign and your channel in the chat. I want people to check you out. if they haven't already. I have what's been really fantastic. You're just
gonna get spammed now.
He's not gonna spam. He's a very respectful dude. I'm gonna do this. This is one of the things I do on my show, Mr. Bancroft, is I throw my StreamYard link into the chat. Anybody that wants to join can join. Sometimes it gets
fantastic.
It gets a little crazy.
Yeah, I've joined as well.
Yeah. It gets a little nuts, but we have a good time. But yeah, man, that's the interesting thing about religion and all those things. But at the end of the day, it's all about being it's about being good. Like this, people that struggle for fights of power. I think it stems, like I was watching somebody today. I think it was Jeremy on the Quartering. It's an interesting show. One of those. Good night, Dad. Oh, you going to bed, my man? I love you.
Good night, buddy.
He says good night to you. They were talking about the concept of cancel culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
That shitty fucking cancel culture that's out there. And Jeremy had said something quite interesting where he said cancel culture comes from people that feel hopeless and powerless with their own mental stability and emotions. And what they do is the only way they can feel power is to go out and try to cancel somebody. It's a really trippy thing, you know, that is out there.
It sounds like I had a similar upbringing to you, Dan. I went to Sunday school, church and everything. And yeah, that message is always connected with me, the golden rule. And,
like
do unto others.
Treated. Yeah,
exactly. And, I've lived by that my whole life. And it's just, it doesn't always get you on top.
Yeah.
But what it does is it makes it so you can sleep easy at night and be happy. You may not be the richest person in your friend group. You may not be the most, cutthroat, ruthless or whatever, but
right.
you can sleep at night. You're happy. You're content. Good things seem to happen when you do that. And you're just being goodness for goodness sake. And as well, being a parent, that's just the easiest thing to pass on to your children. And I think, unfortunately, that's a lot of the source of what is going on right now in the world is people don't have parents or good parents who are telling them that message. They're all more like, go out and get it for yourself, or they don't have parents.
It's true. It's very true. And the thing that I always experienced, my own father told me this, and I didn't get it at the time, but then I experienced it through life, that this concept of kindness by many is portrayed as weakness. Like, oh, that guy's nice because he's stupid, or that guy's nice because he's naive. No, man, like you said, goodness for goodness sake. I know when somebody's trying to fuck me, I do. And usually you can kind of get out of that situation, and the other thing you said, being able to go to sleep at night, it's a wonderful feeling. That's like all this cancel stuff that's going on. I remember talking to my buddy, and I was like, dude, I'm so happy because there's not a fucking skeleton in my closet. There's not going to be some weird shit that's going to pop up.
I have nothing to worry about on that front. So I definitely will not be taking any bizarro pledges. I don't feel any need. I'm against that philosophically anyway.
It's ridiculous
on a moral level.
For real, man. That is a page out of the good book. And speaking of pages, and speaking of books that have been lost, let's bring in the good Phil from Diaz Comics, aka the maestro of the lost pages. What up, man? How are you, buddy?
Guys? Yeah, great segue there, Dan.
Yeah, no problem.
What a master.
Yeah.
What's up, Michael? Good to see you.
Good to see you again, Phil.
Been learning. How you been, man? What's going on up there in Chi-Town?
It's raining like crazy over here. I haven't been canceled yet.
That's good.
Canceled yet.
That's good. Phil, for this stream, I dug out a whole bunch of my old wizards.
Ooh.
And I found this one. and I thought of you.
Yes, brother. Yes. Yeah, that is a dude. I want that poster so bad. It's two of my favorite characters. It's Lobo versus Etrigan the Demon. I think that's a Glenn Fabry piece. I think he did that.
Yes.
Yeah.
1993.
It was that was the year I was born. Great year.
What was the year?
93.
Get out of here.
Great.
I remember when I started hanging out with people who were born in the 90s, and I was like, no, this is not possible.
Yeah, dude.
We are the world.
I was 20 when you were born, brother. That sounds crazy to me.
I was 13, but still.
Yeah. Bloodstrike #1 came out when you were born. That makes me ill in a good way, but like I'm old.
It's a great cover.
I'm old. I used to have a Lobo poster that hung over my desk when I worked at Extreme, like the very first, the one that was in Nutwood in Fullerton.
Yeah.
It was a Biz, and it was a green background, and he was standing on a bunch of shells.
Yes.
For the life of me, I can't find that poster. I've searched for it online. You can see it. You can see it. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
I know the one you're talking about. My friend has it. She lives near Springfield, and she like her room is just Lobo everything, and she found it. I think at a garage sale or something, or a flea market, and it is awesome. It's totally 90s with those shells, man. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Hey Phil.
I was born in 73, Alfred, not 70. Damn, you putting numbers
Phil,
on me.
this is a drawing I did of an original character. When I say original, I mean completely rip-off.
Yeah.
In 1993, I did this. 13.
Silver Star.
Silver Star.
Silver Star. That's awesome.
You can probably see who I was looking at, the artist I was looking at from that drawing.
Let's take a look at Lost Pages real quick. I want to see and show Lost Pages, and then we're going to go back to Lucent, which was at 22,894 last we looked.
Wow.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's on the road to 23, which is a good road to be on.
We just did a Lost Pages update today in the update section, and put in the awesome concept that EJ Moore just did for our newest character in our bonus book.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. There's like a what was his name? He's got like a flag going on.
Yeah, his name's The People.
The People. There you go.
Yeah, he's like a mix between Daredevil, Punisher, Casey Jones.
Oh hell yeah, I like that. Let's rock this trailer out.
Yeah.
Zaid Comics.
The Lost Pages, in the minds and hands of Zaid Comics, comes the first book in their connected universe of heroes, with a cover by legendary illustrator Simon Bisley. The Lost Pages is a story of a magical book in the hands of a homeless man. Within it are tales lost to time, of heroes from different eras and walks of life, all protecting humanity from evil.
I got to get this track from you, dude.
As the word of the book is spoken around a trash fire, new crusaders.
If we hit 250 backers, it's going out to everybody.
A supernatural vigilante on the hard streets of Chicago named the Silhouette. An ancient sorcerer battling horrific myth on the high seas known as Wild Card. A modern-day mental monster from the mind of a bodybuilder babe, Crimstone. And a pulp hero from the 1930s, a master of disguise donning the mask of the masquerade. This is just the beginning, for in the future these heroes and more will come together to write the end of the world. But for now, the ink of life flows on every page. Will you be there to read it?
Will you?
Only on Indiegogo.
You best be.
I will.
Be there.
You best be. So you guys are at $15,652. That is a fantastic total. And you are aiming for 250 backers. You guys get on this book if you haven't already. I'm gonna make when I get that song. I'm gonna rap to it. I'm gonna make a song. I'm gonna make a song with the Lost Pages beat.
Awesome.
Yeah, you got the Bisley sign pack, which is the bonus comic, the signed book, fold out cover poster, and the hero stickers.
Yeah, those stickers are by 6 a.m. Comics. Did those awesome stickers for the heroes?
Why are you hiring hacks, man? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know, I got big love for Six. Six is actually
clip that.
Yeah, he and I are doing something in the Zero issue. Well, it's all him. He's done this incredible piece of story there for the 0.5 issue. No, Six. We have a battle rap rift going on, so I always have to talk shit. But no, he's fucking. Let's just put it this way: Mark M is a gangster. I love him. 6 a.m. can suck it.
Ooh.
There we go. Digital book. We got that coming 25. That's shipping along with the book in October. We got signed books plus bonus comic. Both books. Crimstone masks. Those are so cool. You showed us samples of those before. Those are really, really cool. Very fantastic. I'm hearing somebody booped into the yard. It's Wiggle. We haven't seen Wiggle in a while. How are you, Wiggle?
Wiggle. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh, brother. Going good, hey, man. How you been?
I've been doing all right. Just kind of living life, man.
Excellent.
How you been doing?
Doing good, man. You know, doing the Comicsgate thing, having wonderful guests on the show. Been missing you.
I see that.
In a while. The pink monkey.
Yeah.
I got a pink mask too, Wiggle.
There it is.
Holy shit, sweet.
You got the avatar now.
Yeah.
Cider Hype made me an avatar, man. It's pretty fucking dope.
Cool. You guys
awesome.
You guys remember Ocean Pacific, the clothing company? OP.
No. Oh wow. Yeah.
Do you remember the gorilla on the surfboard? And he looked like that. He was cool looking.
Yeah, I actually have a couple images that I'm using for some memes or whatever.
Yeah,
I haven't released them yet, but yeah, it's definitely a cool design. Hail Rando.
Yeah, Johnny Rando's in the house.
Let's see if I can get my camera working because I got a few things I can share. Some new stuff came in the mail.
Hell yeah!
Ooh,
Let's see what you got. Did you get? Hopefully you got. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, it says device not connected. So maybe
push the wrong button.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah, he's still in the back room, but it just says, "Oh, there he is. There you are." You had bounced out for a second.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to turn on the camera and it didn't let me. That's strange.
Huh.
Hey, I'm on my phone. So that's kind of weird.
Interesting. It's going back. There you go.
That's
maybe
weird.
The phone won't let you do it.
You're back.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see.
When I signed on to StreamYard today, they said they implemented hosting from mobile now. And they're also allowing for people to put longer overlay videos. So maybe there's a glitch happening. Maybe it's a piece of code that they didn't anticipate.
Yeah, they just didn't update. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
man, that's
you can
probably
do
why it's
5
not
minutes now or something. Is that it? The video?
Yeah, they said your overlay can be 5 minutes. Like this one that I got here.
Free up!
I have it. They had a cap at 3.4 megabytes. So if I could do one, I would probably make like a nice 30-second video, but they're all chopped up into pieces. But now you can do a 5-minute intro or whatever. You know, if you can do 5 minutes, you could probably load in several and then do sort of a variety hour. You know? Yeah,
that's interesting.
What's up, son?
You know where my plushie is?
Your plushie, which one? The bunny ear one?
Yeah.
I saw it on the couch earlier today. So check your sister's playpen, okay? All right, buddy. Getting ready for bed, and you know how they like their plushes.
I know how it is. I've been every night for the last 8 years. We spend 10 minutes looking for the thing.
The thing.
I always lose mine.
Unhinged, thank you so much for the $2. He says, I'm going to do the Amelie thing. Hail. Do you mean like the movie Amelie? What do you mean by that, Mr. Unhinged? You know, I don't know what that is.
It's telling me I need to restart my device. So how about this? I'm going to restart my device, and I'll jump back in.
All right.
Give that a shot.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Wiggle Wiggle. We haven't seen him in a long time.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Check this out. We got Phil. I bought your book. Look forward to reading it. Crimstone looks dope. Crimstone's my favorite. Of course, I like them all. I mean, I love Silhouette, Wild Card.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, those are good stuff. Outlaw Nights is up 6 backers since it funded. Hell yeah, that's great.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I need to. Oh, what happened? That's weird. My screen share went away too. That was a weird sort of deal happening there. So click that. Boom. We're going to go back to Lucent and take a look what is going on there. Look at that, man. $25 away. $25 away from 23,000, which is the magic number. Guys, we can do that. That's one backer away. Let's get him to 460. Let's get the 460. Bring that thing up past 2,300 and make this a magical fucking show. It's always magical. I can't deny it.
It is, especially with the rhinestones.
It's the rhinestones.
You upped your game there, man, with those rhinestones.
I didn't up my game, Phil. I can't take credit for the game uppage. Yeah. You guys did. People that came on the show, the backers that backed this. This is my stripes for 150. This is exactly what it is.
Fantastic.
I dig that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I want to show you guys also the really cool trailer that, well, I keep calling it a trailer. It's not a trailer.
A reminder. Is that what you're calling it?
Yeah. Ascension. Yeah. That's, what did he call it? He called it something like, not a reminder, a reintroducing Black Flag. That's what he called it. A reintroduction.
Who did this?
This was by Ascension Cinema, the same guy who's out there just poning people's trailers and making them dope. So he made this. Awesome. Yeah, he did. Go ahead.
He did the Ethan Vance. He did the Wrecked Planet one. With Heather Swain talking.
Yeah.
He did. He redid the audio on mine. He said he would lay down some fat reverbs, and I was like, "Ooh, all right." Whatever that is, and it sounds really cool. My voice is all like and everything. And now he's done this. Yeah, he did another one too, I think. Pretty sure.
I haven't seen the Black Flag one.
Yeah,
I saw it just before. It looks good.
It's really cool, man. He used like, we'll just watch it, man. You'll see what he did. He did some really cool shit. So let me add it to the stream. There it is. It looks like it's cycling and being funny. And then we can make it big and press play.
I created Black Flag back in 1994. It was pure escapism. I want to draw guys with big guns. I want to draw anime wizards, aliens. Cool. Put them all in there. Black Flag is literally wish fulfillment. High energy, high octane, 90s style action, relentless. Doesn't ask for forgiveness. High bullet count. There hasn't been that in comics in the same way that I'm going to provide it. Sniper decided that he was going to go back into doing what he does best. He went and he took all of his gear, which had this shield on it with his flag, and he blacked out all the flags. He has no allegiance to anybody but himself.
Dude.
They're never sitting around talking in Black Flag issue 1. Ragtag, they're it. Here to save our world. All of them mystical, magical. And we are going to see so many bullets, so much action. This thing is certain to blow people's minds. That's basically what Black Flag is all about. Let's go.
Dude.
Was that were those words from you? They weren't from your trailer, were they? They was from you talking.
No, the dude is a fucking genius. He went and he captured my talking. He just went through streams.
On streams, yeah.
He went on streams and found me talking about the book. and he just took clips and slapped it up against images from the old series.
That was amazing, dude.
Dan, it made me want to buy the book.
I want to. All right, I'll go back at it one more time. Jesus.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, man.
When you were talking about Sniper, I never heard that part where he blacks out all the flags.
Yeah, that's where the name came from.
Dude, that is so badass.
You talk about that.
And that is CG.
Yeah, man.
Like you're working for yourself. You got no allegiance.
We are people. I want to say men, but we are people, man. We are people without countries. We are.
I'm hype, man.
What I say about Sniper is he's a patriot without a country. He has the heart of a patriot, but his country betrayed him. But he still has that heart, Dude. So yeah, that's what Sniper is all about.
That got me super hyped, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Wise Guy says, yeah, I didn't catch the origin of why the flags were blacked. I'll tell you, man. Sniper, orphan, raised from being a baby all the way until he was in the military through the system. He was put through military school, officer school, accelerated through boot camp, rise to the ranks to run a unit of Landstorm missions. And on one of his missions, he caught his subordinates hiding drugs in the dead bodies of his countrymen.
Damn.
And when he called into base to report it, they said, "Oh, wow, that's incredible. Let's do something about it." Well, the base was in on it. The government's in on it. It was another side business, and they told those subordinates, kill this man, leave him for dead. And they did. They blasted him filled with laser paste, and they went to kill him. This is all in Black Flag Zero, which is available free. The description is in the link. You can download the PDF. This story is 100% already done. You can read it for free. He was found by a guy named Dojo, who nursed him back to health, taught him the ways of the spirit and not just the ways of the mind, and not just being an obedient person. And when he came to, he realized I'm still this person who believes in truth, justice, and the right way. But fuck this country. And he went and he blacked out all the flags on all of his stuff. And he started his own mercenary business called Black Flag. And you find out in Zero how he got together with Geisha and how she's the money of the organization and she's the tech of the organization. And you'll read more. You'll read more, man.
Dude, how metal. That's CG, brother. That's
Hells yeah. Hells yeah.
Cool. And Will Perdomo has written this one too as well. He's a cool guy.
Will's great. Yeah, Will. The great story behind Will is Will used to be a Black Flag fan, still is a Black Flag fan, but Will was an OG Black Flag fan when he was 12. I met him in 1995 when he was 12 years old at a comic convention. Extreme Studios had an open intern policy. He came in as an intern, worked at Extreme, sharpening pencils, taking out trash, making copies, getting coffee from the downstairs cafe. I befriended him and his family. He actually owns the original artwork of the gatefold cover. I gave that to him on his 16th birthday. He chose correctly because I had 2 FedEx boxes, one with Supreme art in it and one with that cover in it. And I said, pick a box, just like a game show, and he picked the right one. And through time,
destiny.
Yeah, he went to film school. He knows all about history, philosophy, all of the things that I'm pretty much an idiot on. And he basically takes my concepts and makes sense of them. So, for example, what I just told you about Sniper, which is something I wrote 25 years ago, if we had to retell that story, he would tell it in a way that would actually make angels sing. Mine makes people go, yeah, fuck yeah, but his would make angels sing, and that's why I have him on board. Let's now take a look again at Lucent. Boom, add to stream. Why is that looking all huge like that? That's weird.
That's a mobile version.
No, here we go. We're back. Look at that, buddy. I'm going to refresh one more time.
Thank you.
One more time. 2314.
Wow.
458 backers.
Awesome.
We're 2 backers away from the 460.
I can remember tweeting out, a couple of days ago, I would love to wake up and see 440 backers.
Yeah, man.
And it's about to be 460. This is crazy. Thank you so much, everyone. I mean, talk about CG. CG came out to bat for me, which is why I have so much fun hosting people on my channel as well. We've had Phil on, we've had you on, Dan.
Yeah, man.
I love doing it. It's one of the highlights of my day every day. Just meeting new people. I met for the first time RT Bear yesterday.
Art's great, man.
We ran long because we were just stuck looking at all his art. He was telling us stories about how he did all the art and the kind of he was giving us stories about what it was like to go off with Image and then having to go back to Marvel. It was great stream. That's what I love about all this, meeting all you guys. It's fantastic.
Yeah, Art. I was a fan of Art since before I was a pro, and having him work in the studio and knowing that he worked on all this stuff that I enjoyed was fantastic. And then watching him craft new and awesome stories in the form of black and white, and now chrono mechanics has been great. Oh fuck! Here comes trouble.
Uh-oh.
Now, hopefully, Phil.
Yeah.
And this is going to be totally. What did Ali G call it? He called it racialism, right? Racialism. I hope I don't get canceled for this, but we're about to be the middle of a Vegemite sandwich.
Hey.
Oh, no.
What's happening, Replicator Rob?
How you going, boys? I just wanted to say congrats to both of you. So I thought I'd just jump on quickly and say
cheers, mate.
How did you get a haircut, man? It looks sharp. You got a little bit of a fade going on.
Do
you do it yourself? You do it yourself, or does your lady help you out?
No. I went to a hairdresser.
Dresser. We call those barbers around here. Hairdressers are where the ladies go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's an actual difference between a barber and a hairdresser.
What is it?
Well, I don't know what it is, but there is a difference.
Exactly what you just said, Dan.
Barbers are much better.
He said the ladies go to hairdressers. He says that
a barber will give you a better fade.
Yeah, much better than this. This is average.
Yeah,
but also the barbers they don't talk, which is like that's perfect for me.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Unless though.
I've been my own barber. I mean, first the sweet god upstairs is my original barber because he's just started making my hair fall out. But I've been helping him out with the clippers since 1997. I literally have not had to pay for a haircut in 23 years. It's been amazing.
So I'll be 1 sec, all right?
Yeah, do it, man. I hear the children.
I wish, Dan, I had to have a couple of wife haircuts, which were actually pretty good.
Yeah,
she did a good job. My hair's pretty easy. It's just this thick thing that sits on top of my head. But I got my first barber cut a couple of weeks ago. Oh, probably 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah,
I'm due for another one. I can see it. It's getting.
You look
big.
good, man. You look good. You look like an action hero. I had no idea what you look like because every time I've ever had you on or been on your
it's during my lunch stream, and I just got the avatar. People might not know who I am. I just turn it off for a second. There you go. If you ever seen me out there.
Shit. I said that guy's never welcome back.
Oh, damn it. Well, too late now.
Snuck past the radar.
People keep calling me Paul Rudd. I don't know. I don't see it, but
I don't see it either, man. You actually look a lot like my older brother. Which is
he the Australian-born one?
He is the Australian-born one.
Where was he born? You know,
Saint August or Saint Augusta or something like that. I have to look.
Sounds like a golf course.
Hold on, I got to look at a map of Australia because it was the lower. It was the lower.
No, you were right. Whatever you said last time, which I assume is the same as this time, your brother confirmed it on the stream.
Yeah, what did he say it was?
Whatever you said it was. So if you remember what you said, that's right.
I thought we got to the bottom of this because you told him where it was.
I smoke a lot of weed, guys. I don't remember shit. I don't remember shit. Hold on, I'm moving the map. I'm looking at the map. because it was an East Coast. Anyway,
down the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay. So it's where we are, Rob.
Okay.
Somewhere around here.
Yeah, not quite Melbourne. A little bit north. A little bit north.
Oh, there you go. It's next door to Rob.
Yeah. So but if I was to pull up, I'm gonna pull up Facebook real quick. Facebook. Believe me, you look like a much younger and more handsome version of him. Because I'm never gonna say he's handsome. But, yeah,
that's not what brothers do.
Dude, you were rocking it in the 90s.
What do you mean? You mean I had hair? You mean I had hair?
You would have been knocking back ladies left, right, and center.
Well, here's the thing, man. I started losing my hair at 21 years old, which kind of fucked my game up.
Before or after the strippers you were hanging out with?
Well, I did date a lot of strippers. I did. That was.
Did you?
I did.
It's my favorite stories.
Here we go. Here's a
straight away, Dan. When you started losing it,
what's that?
You just shave it all off straight away?
No, I wore a lot of ball caps. I try to make it work for about 4 years, and then I just couldn't pull it off. There you go. There's my brother right there. Put a little facial hair on him. You guys look like brothers.
Michael Bancroft.
I can see that.
So you're like a brother of my brother.
I can call him a handsome fella.
You can.
You know, a brother of my brother is my brother.
Is it?
Yeah. We're brothers now.
Brother of brother, you are older than me. Except everybody here, the only person I think I'm the oldest person here. I think.
Probably.
Replicator says, can't get good weed here. I'm going to say some more racialist stuff. The dingo ate your weed. Oh my god! I'm fucking fired now. I know it. I know I'm fired. Canceled. They canceled me. Did you hear him? He was talking about dingoes eating weed.
Will's gonna fire you.
Outrageous.
Yeah. Let's see where we're at here. We went up again. Again. Another $40. We're one backer away from 460.
You got to beat me, Michael. You got to beat me. I think you'll do it.
Yeah, and then you got to beat me with Replicator 3.
That's how it's going to go.
That's how you get big and good. You have someone that you can like go against, and we just like beat each other up on the way up to the top.
I want to beat Dan.
Let's take a look at Replicator Remastered. Look at that, 23,680.
Yeah.
472 backers. Let's I want to watch this trailer. I'm a trailer horse.
A virus is released into the population. It kills millions. It is simply called the Red Death. A new city is born amongst the chaos, free from the disease, but only for the privileged. Hope emerges as a scientist is on the verge of a cure, but before she can finish it, she disappears.
Oh.
In order to save her, her husband is forced down a path he might not come back from.
Tiger, help me.
But you'd do anything to save the ones you love, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Anything?
Well, hell yeah. That was incredible. You guys going back this book, we're at 472 backers. I think we can get this thing to 475.
I remember that was one of the first trailers that really stepped up the game and set everyone on the course to really try and up each other on the trailers.
Yeah, it's something that everyone should be trying to do, because you go on all these shows and you play these trailers. You know, like everyone plays the trailer on whichever show you go on. So
yeah,
it makes sense to put the best trailer you can get.
That's right. And I think Ascension Cinema is doing some pretty amazing shit.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of other guys as well who are yeah, making some really good stuff. So
Rob,
if you can't do it yourself,
Rob, I was going to ask, how did you get Liam Gray to do the voiceover?
Oh, that's fucked up.
You didn't recognize that voice?
The link for a replicator is in the chat, my friend. Somebody was saying, I can't get the link. That was past Master Dan. So check it out. Replicator is read free in Canada, at least for me, but I don't really smoke it much. So I would give you mine if you lived here.
I mean, I'm not saying post it to me, but you know, I'm not saying it.
PO box.
I'm not saying not to, but I'm also not saying not to. Nanu. So Replicator Rob, have you ever had lucid dreams?
Not to the extent that Bancroft does, but I have some sort of self control in the dream where I can, if it's really bad or I don't like it, I can just go, nah, this isn't real. I want out and then leave. That's about as far as I've got.
All right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, what you want to do, I was at that point as well, but what you want to do is say, like, just say you got some guy chasing after you with an axe, and you're like, nah, peace out. I'd rather just have a nice, quiet night, thank you. You want to get to the point where you're like, bring it on, baby, you know, and you turn around and you're just like blocking his axe blows, then you turn around back at him, and then you can have a fun old time.
Oh, yeah.
That was an amazing sounding phone.
Whose phone was that?
I think it was Replicator Rob. It sounded like something from outer space, though. I haven't heard a landline ring since I was at somebody's grandparents' house because they believe in landlines.
I had to change my internet the other day, and they asked me, "What's the home phone?" I haven't had a home phone number in 13 years.
Right? Yeah. But they always go, "What if the cells go down?" I'm like, "Yeah, what if the phones go down?" Like, it's a crazy thing. Technology is a crazy thing. Speaking of technology, this technology has been brought to you by Fragaboom. We do that. Fragaboom.
You're actually so much better at StreamYard than I am, Dan.
I'm learning it.
Yeah.
I'm slowly learning it. I'm using overlays. You guys, gentlemen, I'm not drinking bourbon tonight, but the chat is. Chat, here's your drink. Refreshed. They took the plunge.
I just figured out how to do the overlays just the other day. And the first time I did it, I totally screwed it up.
It's all good, man. And here's the thing. They literally today, I got an email saying that they just changed it, right? You can do longer overlays. You can now host on mobile. So now I could go out to my cul-de-sac and be like, yo, I'm hosting. Anybody that wants to join the chat, come on in, and I can still do it from mobile, which is kind of nuts, right?
I heard the dangerous thing is, though, that if you're a host, you could change guests' names. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw that.
So
I didn't want to say that.
Didn't you really? Oh, that's a lot of power.
Yeah.
Guys, I just wanted to jump on, honestly, just to say congrats to both of you. I really hope, Michael, you do beat me so I can kick your ass next time.
That's the way I see it. Because I'll be the evil that you have to defeat.
That's it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to everyone's.
I want this to happen.
But yeah, I'll see you guys another time. Catch you later.
Rob.
See you,
Rob.
Rob.
Right, thanks, Rob. Be well, man. Thanks for hanging. Oh wait,
Rob is fulfilling. Rob is fulfilling right now. On his Twitter, he's posting all the shots of he's got the comic and all the posters and everything that he's setting up with his package. He's the only person doing a wax stamp on his box.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like that.
It looked like something that like a letter Dracula would send you. Like, come see it with me. I didn't forget the karate kick. He fucking ninja'd out before I could do it.
You're not kicking me.
It was like last night. I wanted to do that for sketch therapy. He was chilling, and I was like, "How do you want to go out?" And he's like, "I'm gonna go out like a ninja." and he was gone.
He was waiting for that.
Yeah, no spangery. All right, we're gonna take a look at everybody's campaign before we bone out. I'm gonna go have some more of this delicious wine, and I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep like a baby because today was my baby day. I don't know how you do it, Mr. Bancroft, but my wife and I, we alternate, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've done that in the past. Yep.
Okay, because our youngest is 1, right? So she goes, oh, fuck your clock. Like that's how she says it too, but it's more like, nah. But it's basically fuck your
clock. The meaning
is
the same.
Absolutely, and it's always around 5:45, 6:15ish, and you know, you don't want to do that every day. So the wife does it tomorrow, or I did it this morning. She does it tomorrow. I do it the next. Boom, boom, boom. So I get
get to sleep in tomorrow.
I get to sleep in. So
teamwork, brother, teamwork.
Yeah.
And when we say sleep in, a parent sleep in, not a young man sleep in.
Oh yeah, my sleep in is like 8:30. It's like I'm like, I can't believe those 2 extra hours. It's so delicious,
I feel it.
I get this morning. I got my boy. He likes to stand on me now. That's his new thing. So I'll be lying in bed. He'll come in and stand on me, and he'll stand every time on my balls. But I've got to kind of hold him. I've got to hold him because if he falls, his head's so big. You know how they are. They're top heavy. He'll fall down and headbutt me. And so then when I start holding him, he thinks, it's jumping time.
Oh, Lord.
So he'll jump up and he'll get the knee and go down knee first, right on the gonads.
Yeah.
That's strength training, brother. That's just strength
I know exactly what it is, man. And also when they're little like that, their kicks are right in the zone. It's not they're not long enough to kick you in the knees.
Yeah.
I know that airplane is over your place, Michael, because planes don't fly in Chicago that time of night.
That is true. Yeah, sorry about that.
But no, don't be sorry. I actually like it. There are things I miss about the places I grew up. So I grew up in a small town, and we lived near an airport. My dad's house was by an airport. So that sound of planes, especially like Cessna 19s.
Yeah.
I love that sound, and it makes me feel like a little kid. And then my grandparents and my mom and dad were separated. I lived with, anyway, long story. I lived at both of their houses. My mom's house was near the train station. So I was used to hearing that king, king, king. When I moved to Fullerton in Southern California, I lived near the train station. So it always felt like home for me. Even, close your eyes and lay down. It's that sound. So anyway.
I didn't even hear them anymore, Dan. They go over so often. I don't even notice them anymore. You had to tell me there's a plane overhead.
When they're gone, when they're gone, you'll absolutely notice them. You'll be like,
I love the train whistles. When I used to live near a train, and I could still hear them from my house, this new house, but those always make me smile. It's just like a far train whistle sound. Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Lucent again. Let's do a quick refresh. We want to get to 460. Come on, mothers. All right, we're going to go take a look at Lost Pages. We're one backer away from 460. I want to get us to 460 before we wrap out. Let's take a look at Lost Pages from the Zaid Boys. 237 backers. We are at 15,652. You guys need to jump on this. Get that biz cover, man.
Yeah, man. I Dan, I just got the colors for that Crimstone cover in just now. If you want to check them out.
Yeah, you want to share your screen?
Yes, I do. Here you go.
Please do it. Do it. Remember when I said I'd share your screen? I told you the truth.
Look
at that.
Look at this.
Nicely done.
So that is the interior cover to the Crimstone story. And this cover actually sold this week. So we're shipping it out with the book. And that's just another original page that was grabbed. So
man. People. I need, I want to tell the chat about this, and this is another reason you guys really, 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 really need to back this book. Is I'm doing one of the trading cards, and I'm also donating. I haven't told you this yet, Phil. I'm donating the original art to your campaign. You could either keep it yourself and put it under your pillow and wait for the Fragaboom. I don't want to say fairy because there's no Fragaboom fairy. But yeah, I'm gonna send you the art when I'm done, so you can do whatever you want. You can put it in the campaign. You can do whatever you want with it. But
thank you, brother.
You guys need to back this book so you guys can get that Fragaboom Crimstone card. But in the spirit of talking about Crimstone, if you have anything that's like a model sheet that I can look at, I would love that, because his tattoos look very specific. Do they change?
They do change. So
fuck your model sheet.
Yeah, exactly, brother. So that's
do what you want.
When we were building this coming up with this character, I'm like, I really like the way Maria draws these like tattoos. She's put them on some of her art. I've seen she does like these cool Japanese tattoos. So I'm like, I want this guy to have tattoos that glow when the shit hits the fan, when he's about to pop off. And I'm like, but that's hard for an artist. And I'm like, well, he's imaginary. They could be whatever the artist wants them to be. They could be whatever the mood is. So on here, we see there's psycho on one arm, crazy on the other. But in the book, when he's getting into fights, if he's punching some guy's clock off, it'll say KO or RIP, different stuff every time. So yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I love it, man. Let's take a look at the Black Flag campaign.
Yes.
Here we are. We're at 168,965. That is super close to 169.
Very close.
Very close to 169. Very happy with that number. Again, all of it's cream at this point. Wait till I start posting updates. You guys are going to be like, oh shit. New pages will be posted as the book gets drawn. I'm not.
I have a question, Dan.
Yes, sir.
The Rob Willis poster.
Yeah.
How's that? Is that going out with every book, or is that something you add on, or
every book? Oh. It's a folded poster of the pencil version of the piece that he drew, and then we are saving. I'm not going to keep it as a pinup. We're going to save the black and white and the color for its own variant. And I don't know if it's going to be added to this campaign or be a campaign of its own. But you talk about your kid hitting you in the nuts. You get Rob Willis kicking you in your nuts.
And like Rob Willis is Rob Willis. We all know Rob Willis, how good he is.
Yeah.
But that piece may just be Rob Willis's best ever piece.
Yeah, so far. And it's mine. And it's mine.
I mean, I'm one of those guys who also sometimes I often like the pencils more than the inks, even though they have different qualities.
Yeah, absolutely.
But just wow.
Dude, not a lot of people know this.
I actually backed it. Oh, sorry for cutting off, Phil. Okay. I messaged you were doing a show, and I remembered Rob. I actually went to Twitter and I messaged Rob, and I said, "Is this going to be something to do with the actual Black Flag campaign?" And he said yes. I went bang. I went straight to back Black Flag. So it was a double team effort between you guys and Rob there.
Yeah, he's incredible, brother. Man, you're at 460.
Woo. Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Absolutely, you guys.
I see Darth Badass just backed it.
Hell yeah. This is the power of incredible folks like the ones in this chat, incredible folks like the ones in CG, incredible talents like yourself, Mr. Bancroft and Mr. Diaz. I'm so happy to have you guys on the show.
Yeah, you've been sending a lot of praise to me. I got to send it right back to you, Dan. I missed you when I was a kid. I didn't know about you. I was like you said, just a Marvel-lite. I read Spider-Man, a little bit of Ghost Rider, so I didn't really get into much else.
Yeah, man.
And I kind of caught you when you started popping up on the streams and stuff, and straight away I was like, this guy, he just has this great air about him. I've always loved listening to you, and now that you've had so much success, I feel so happy for you, and I just want to congratulate you and thank you as well. I mean, what you're doing here for us and everyone,
my pleasure.
Really
You guys, I'm just the bus driver. You guys got on the bus of your own accord. You guys kicked major ass. You guys kicked major ass.
Cheers, man.
So what I do, you've been on here before. I give everybody the floor for at least a minute. And since you're the guest in the marquee, Mr. Bancroft, I'm giving you 2. So we're going to count you down right now. 5, 4, 3, 2. The floor is yours.
Everybody, well, first, Dan, thanks so much for having me on. We're coming to the closeout of my campaign. It's just been incredible. I can't thank you all enough. If you like what you saw with the Lucent and what we were talking about, it's all in the book. It's an ongoing series. I really want to build this into something really big and amazing, and kind of this is the thing that I want to do for the rest of my life. So if you like that, you haven't backed it yet, please do consider backing it. I'm really putting everything I've got into this bad boy. And also, I've got a YouTube channel as well. I'm going to be going live after this show at some point. We're going to have a bit of a party stream afterwards. So you're going to have drinking and just talking shit and having fun, and I'll get guests on as well. That's my channel's just my name, Michael Bancroft. So come on and check that out afterwards. And I'm blown away. 460 backers. This is incredible, guys. I would have been, I was thinking if I could get 100 backers before I started this campaign. I had no idea. So to have this reception, I can't thank you all enough. So thank you so much.
Of course, man. How do you want to go? You want to? How do you want to go?
Yeah, I was the first person to ask for the 1-inch punch. I think
you might have been. You want another one?
Yeah, give me another one, man.
I'm gonna do it with the left side. This is the left side. It's one of my rhymes. You want to hear my rhyme? This isn't. I'm not saying it to you. I'm saying it to haters. This is my left side. This is my right side. You step to me, that's your suicide.
Damn.
Thank you, Mr. Bancroft. You're an amazing guest. Whole lot of fun, man. You guys go back that book if you haven't. Go check out his show. Michael Bancroft. You will find him on YouTube. He's going to be streaming, like you said. Phil.
Brother.
You know what it is. You know what it is. I say that like T.I. I worked with this guy named T.I. He's a rapper.
This guy? I worked with this guy named T.I.
Some people don't know who he is. Okay, he's a rapper, but whenever he'd say, "You know what it is," he never put the S. He'd always go, "Yeah, man, you know what it is." So I love the way he says it. You know what it is. All right, Phil. You know what it is. Let's go.
I do. Yes. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, supporting Michael and his awesome book. I have a YouTube channel as well. If you go over to youtube.com/ZadeComics, we do streams like this, interviewing awesome creators. We do updates on all of our comics, and definitely take a look at the Lost pages. We're expanding even more with that bonus comic. The next stretch goal, Simon Pothier, is going to be doing a 4-page story with a new character, and then after that is the biggest stretch goal. We have Kyung Lee on that last story. And I just got the trading card art in, so if we get there, it's going to blow people's minds. And I'm announcing it here that artist is going to be Odysseus, Odie from Xenotype fame.
Shit. I've heard of him. I heard of him.
Yeah. So check that out, and thanks for having me on, Dan. It's always a pleasure.
You're always glad to have you. Sometimes we get congested in the back, and I can't have you as long as I'd like. But you're one of my favorites. How do you want to go?
Give me. I like the flick, brother. Give me that flick.
What if I gave you a new one? The Cyclops I-beam.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
There you go, brosif. That's the Cyclops I-beam. I just invented that shit. Thank you, my man, for coming through. You guys have been watching the Couchdoodles show. I've been your host. This is a new thing I do because I want you to see my eyes and my crazy shiny bald head when I close the show out. You guys are amazing. I love being able to talk to you guys every night. If it wasn't for you, I'd be just talking to a computer, which would be weird, right? But seriously, you guys in the chat make the show great. You guys have a wonderful camaraderie. I consider you the dudes. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats, because that would be a major bummer if I did that. Let's see. Unhinged. Nope, I didn't. I did not miss anybody, so that's good. Yeah. See, I'm still weird. I know it. But I still have the pink bunny suit on. That's my thing. I said I would wear and have a pink bunny suit on every live stream. So here I am. But seriously, you guys, every day is an opportunity to be and do your best. I say that all the time, and I mean it. We're going to make this world a better place by being the best versions of ourselves. You guys are already on your way there, and some of you already are, and you're the inspiration. I try. I have good days, bad days. Shit. You look like Megamind without your hood. I know. I have a dome. I have what they call the 5-head or 6-head. I will headbutt you to China if you let me. You got to get close enough. But thank you. Yes, be excellent to each other. Exactly. Exactly. So be great. Anthony Perron, I do not know where I would be without your kind self. I thank you, my brother. You're a good man. And I will see you guys soon. I'm going to go check out Deadwood Dale. He's alive. Also, Michael Bancroft is live. A lot of great streams going on. We will see you soon. And definitely, Cred Socks. Thank you so much for the paracord black flag. I don't know if it's a keychain, but thank you so much. That was very, very kind. What a wonderful birthday present. Thank you very much. And with that, hail the chat. Hail CG. I will see you on the next one. Be awesome as you are.